Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I know it's late. I'm going to be brief, but I do think this bill is a pretty important one. Here in Michigan, since 1939, our law has prohibited mass picketing when doing so would impede or intimidate people from engaging in lawful employment, obstruct access to places of employment, interfere with the use of public roadways or transit, or to protect a private residence. The bill before us here now creates additional fines if a person, organization, or union is engaged in mass picketing and requires, not allows, requires a court to grant injunctive relief regardless of any actual evidence of harm. No evidence is needed in order for the court to grant injunctive relief. Additionally, under this bill, a person can be fined $1,000 and a sponsoring organization or union can be fined $10,000 after the injunction. Again, in addition to the current misdemeanor penalties in the law. And the kicker in this bill is that the fines can go to the person or business that was being picketed for any damages that they claim. So why is this needed? The penalties we have now are actually working. We heard testimony in committee today, or committee when we had this bill, about a very unfortunate situation at the home of our Attorney General here in Michigan. It was not a good situation. I'm sorry it happened. I'm sorry for Mrs. Schutte. But these people that were involved, they were trespassing. They were engaging in the illegal conduct under the law, and the appropriate authorities intervened, and they weren't there the next day. That law worked. We heard about a recent situation at a McDonald's where protesters became unruly and arrests were made. The law worked and they weren't there. They weren't back. So we don't need more laws. One of the situations that arose in committee, we talked about an organization or a union may sponsor a picket, but we don't know really if that organization or what organization sponsored. Now, in the situation with the Attorney General, was on the website, great, we knew. But there really is nothing that tells us what evidence is needed. So, what if there's a picket going on, and this situation was raised, what if there's a picket going on and someone's walking by in a UAW jacket, or a Sierra Club hat, or a Right to Life shirt? They join the picket because they believe in the cause, and someone points them out, and now that organization is fined $10,000. And it's automatic because no evidence is needed. And the most unbelievable part to me is that the dollars from that fine go back to the person or business. All they have to say is that they have costs involved. I'm going to give you one more potential example that was raised in committee, which I would hope would never happen, but could happen. We could have, in essence, a group picketing, a peaceful, informative picket outside a business or wherever, according to law, according to our rights to assembly under the Constitution. The company or the person who's the target of that picket may not like it and could decide they're going to have someone they know join that picket and start causing some trouble. Then, the authorities are called, and under this law, the people involved, all of them, would be fined $1,000 after the injunction, and $10,000 the organization or union would be fined, and then that money can be used to cover the costs of the person that was put into the picket to cause trouble. That is an unbelievable situation in my mind, and is actually viable under this bill. So I would hope colleagues would look at this and realize we have enough laws on the books. The laws that we have are working, and I would hope that we would reject this bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Representative Schor.